Hello everybody. In this video I'm just going to do a little bit of a review on the Spektrum DX4S. This is the radio that I just picked up very recently. It's replacing my DX3S that came with my Losi XXL. Main reason why I'm doing the change is honestly I wanted a newer radio, and the whole idea of this screen being backlit was a big selling point. Some of the questions I had for myself before I purchased the radio was, now the radio is a full telemetry ready radio, meaning it will bind up to any telemetry receiver on the market, i.e. if you have this radio and you're putting it in a low-C vehicle that already has telemetry built into it, the XXL, the 5T, or the low-C 10T, and I believe there's a couple others not off the top of my head. This radio will bind directly to that particular vehicle, and all your telemetry features will be there. As far as the radio comes out of the box, the receiver that comes with it, it is not a telemetry receiver. So you'll still have all the features that a Spektrum radio can give you. You just won't have a telemetry screen on your radio. The only advantage of the receiver that comes with the truck, with the radio, I apologize, is it is a 4-channel receiver. So if you're going to run this radio in like a rock crawler or a monster truck or something that you need to have 4 channels, this would be a perfect radio. Because unlike the 3S, where the 3S obviously was a 3-channel radio, the third channel was only a 2-position switch. The great feature about this radio is that any one of the 6 buttons, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 around the wheel, your timer button down here, and the Ross button back here. Any one of these switches can be assigned to be an auxiliary switch. You have 2 auxiliary switches, and any of them can be a 2-position, a linear, a 3-position switch. They even have a 4-wheel steering mix feature. Off the top of my head, I didn't really read into it. I'm not sure. Some basics I know about it is that it's for running dual servos or 4-wheel steering. I'm not sure what changes can be made. There's also a one other feature. There's a momentary switch, which would be a great idea if you were doing, say, rear steering or say a winch. Unless you want it to be a constant, but for best would be for a like a rear steering, because if you just leave the switch alone, the throttle, the servo would be in its neutral position, and if you push it up or down, it'll turn the servo left or right or whichever way. So for like rear steering, you can have left or right steering, and the second you let go of that switch, it's going to return to its neutral position. So you can see when you turn it on, this is the screen that you do get. This is the standard screen that would come up. Right now I have this controller bound to 4 of my trucks. I have it bound to my Losi XXL, my Team Associated SE10 GT, my Losi LST Aftershock, and also not in the room right now, my Losi 1/24 scale brushless short course truck, to show you what the telemetry screen looks like. As you can see, it looks identical to the telemetry screen that came with the DX3S, and I'll turn my truck on so you can see if I can find the switch. So you can see you have all your telemetry settings: temperature, battery voltage, speed. You have all those features. Right now I have my backlight turning off every 10 seconds, but you can change that to either stay on permanently, turn off every 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 or 20 seconds, I believe it is. But again, the feel of this controller is very nice. It has pretty much the same feel as the DX3S. Comparing this radio to like the DX3R. The DX3R is a radio on itself. It is very similar to the 4S and the 3S. The only advantages that the 3R has is it has a drop-down steering wheel, and it has the ability to mount the steering wheel on the left or the right. I believe it's the only Spektrum radio. I believe, don't quote me on it, but I believe it's the only Spektrum radio that has the ability to mount the wheel on the left or the right. You can't do it with the 4S, and you can't do it with the 3S. Another cool feature is that you get the Dolphin style antenna. You lose the standard 2.4 megahertz antenna, which are prone to breaking, which I've broken several of them. So it's a nice thing not to have that break. But if you're looking to get one of these radios and you're wondering, is the telemetry screen available? Again, they say it is telemetry ready, but all the research I've looked for online, I never saw a telemetry screen. But if it's a radio, if you're looking for a 4-channel radio and something that has a lot of features to be used in the future, this would definitely be a radio you might want to think about. Again, it is a 4-channel. You can put the auxiliary switches wherever you want them. You select where you want the switches to be. You select whether you want them to be a 2-position, 3-position, linear, momentary, whatever. There's too many features to list. You can store 30 models in this vehicle. In this radio. The DS3S, you were able to store 10, and I believe the 3R. I believe that has a 50 model memory. I'm pretty sure that, yes, I believe it's a 50 model memory. The only nice thing I like about the radio is that it's black. I like the radio a lot more in black. Again, like the 3S, you do have multiple grip selections, and behind this grip, there's actually a data port to plug into to download the newest software that comes available for the radio through Horizon Hobby. Well, that's my quick little review on the radio. I hope this was somewhat informative to answer some questions if anybody had them. Am I happy with this radio? I am extremely happy with the radio. It does everything that I would like it to do, and then some. It has plenty of features. It has a great feel to it. It's very comfortable in your hand. And would this be a good track day radio? I would say definitely, because I would easily be able to hold this radio for hours on end. I mean, it's a very, very comfortable radio to hold on to. It doesn't feel awkward at all in your hand. And also, the balance of it it's a very neutral balance. You can, again, the balance point of it is very, very nice. It's not awkward or bulky. So, but that's my review on it. Any comments or questions, please leave them. And that's it. See you later.